Hey everyone, I'm Nathan with Barely Tactical. My man Sean's behind the camera today, and we have a special project for you. Tactical Arts and Crafts. You've seen UCP, you love to hate it, and it's good for almost nothing. It actually kind of matches with our plastic chairs, but hey, it's not exactly the modern battlefield. So you've seen people doing these whole Rit Dye kits, dyeing it this color, that color, and you know what's better than being on the leading end of a trend? The tail end of the trend. So we're going to do a couple different experiments here. We got some green apple and some brown, and we're following the instructions unlike some of you other guys out there. So we're going to be adding vinegar, a cup of salt, a little bit of dishwashing fluid, or dish soap, not dishwashing fluid, and we're going to fire one of these in here, see what turns out. So try to keep up, it's going to be fast. We got 1 cup of salt. We recommend using a kettle, or if you have it, a giant boiler, because boiling this on the stove is slow and it kind of sucks. Now 1 cup of regular white vinegar, which the instructions recommend because it's a 50-50 blend of cotton and nylon, or as you tactical bros call it, Nico or whatever the heck. We're going to stir that around a little bit, get that salt dissolved in there. And we're going to temp the water just to show you kind of how hot we had it and then compare it to the results. Because best case scenario, you can boil this the entire way through. We don't have that luxury, at least not today. That looks pretty mixed up. Now, I've seen some different people do some different recipes, and you can go online and kind of do some 17-part secret science. We're doing 3 parts of the apple green to 1 part of the brown. Do your best to get it on your hands and on stainable things. That's why we have some cardboard down, because we're thinking. Rinse that off. Now, some people use the synthetic, some people use the regular. We're going to use the regular today, and if it works all right, then why not? Otherwise, maybe we'll try synthetic next time. Comment below whether we should have used synthetic the first time or not. So there we are, 3 to 1, assuming we can still read. And then regular Dawn dish soap, nothing crazy. And we'll superimpose some nice blown up pictures so you guys get a better picture of all this kind of stuff. Gonna mix it up a little bit more, and we're gonna throw in our first shirt. They say to make about 3 gallons worth of mix. This is a 5-gallon bucket, about 2/3 of the way filled. And here it is, one last show. It's a little wet because we washed it to get a nice clean result. So, bon voyage. You want it to be able to be fully submerged. I've seen some of you guys do it in your kitchen sink and it's half hanging out and you're wondering why you're getting this inconsistent color. Maybe try submerging it entirely in the liquid. Call me crazy. So we're going to stuff that down in there. We're going to throw a lid on it, and every 5 minutes we're going to come back, mix it up. We'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, don't forget our exclusive promo code with S&J Hardware, NutHugger15 for 15% off all armor and carriers site-wide. Alright everyone, it's been about 5 minutes. You're supposed to continually agitate this stuff. And you can see it's already taken on a little bit of color. That's actually kind of cool. Starting to keep mixing it around. Yeah, you can see the Velcro's taking it in. We temped this earlier at 166. Right now we are at 165. So it's holding temp pretty good. Get to keep it over 140. And I think that's pretty well mixed. Keep doing this every 5 minutes until we're kind of happy with the color. You're supposed to do this 30 to 60 minutes. Maybe we'll pull it early. That already looks kind of cool. So let's see. All right, everyone. We've been doing this mix it up every 5 minutes thing for about a half hour now. It seems to have taken in all the color that it's going to take. Here's a little preview. You see it's darkened up. We got some kind of green browns going on. The next step is we're going to pull it out of our nice dye kind of mixture. If I can get a better grip on it with these barbecue tongs. And we're supposed to rinse it in cold water. So what better way to do that than in a kiddie pool that you bought for no reason. So cold water out of the hose seems cold enough to me. And we're just going to watch all this extra dye kind of come out. But you see the Velcro took the color quite well. I think it's going to look pretty cool. So now we'll hang it out to dry, kind of see how it looks, and the final steps are a wash and dry cycle, but this will give us a good idea what the color is going to look like. Hey everyone, you see we have our first one drying up here, and we figured why not get a second color going, so we went for brown, 4 parts brown, 1 part green, and let me tell you, we're only 15 minutes in, and take a look at how dark this is. So we're actually going to pull it early, rinse it out, because I don't want to lose the actual pattern, but it is getting very dark, which was darker than I thought it was going to get. I know it said dark brown on the label, but you won't know until you know. Drip off some of that extra dye. All right, now just like before, rinse with cold water, and it helps if you have the water turned on. I'll be right back. Alright, we're going to let this dry off, hang it up like this one, then we'll kind of give you some examples of how to look in the wild. Hey everyone, a few hours have passed, you could probably tell by the different daylight, but let's take a look and see what happened. So obviously our OG UCP, here's how our green turned out. Nice light tint, a little bit of brown. The Velcro on these really took the color like it was no one's business. Wasn't really expecting that, but hey, now we know. And the brown lightened up quite substantially. It's still a little damp, but this kind of area is a more accurate indication of what it's going to look like. And this, I think, actually looks pretty dang cool. So, obviously, if someone as simple as us could pull this off, you guys could do this at home, get some cheap UCP gear, and make something pretty worthwhile. I'll throw a few pictures in of this, some kind of different environments, so you can see how it kind of compares versus the OG. But in the meanwhile, like and subscribe to keep your sights fixed on Purely Tactical.